Ndewo, good morning to all of you. I am so excited about this particular program today. Welcome to NDUMODU. I'm Dr. Wonyo Simiri. I'm your host, and NDUMODU is words of wisdom that you can add to your repertoire. We also discuss current events that make you think. Today is very special because I have a very, very powerful woman that I'm bringing into the screen today. Now, let me tell you something. There's a reason why I'm dressed in white and green and why the backdrop is African, but I'll get to it in a little bit. But in the meantime, before I bring my guest forward, I want to share something really very, very dear to me, how I got here and how I got to meet this young lady that I'm bringing to you today. When I was a young girl in Nigeria, I was introduced to two African-American women in Enugu. Enugu is in the eastern part of Nigeria. One was Mary Umelu. She was the director of the Turtis Club, a club that was for children, of which I was a performer, and I was known as Little Miss Miriam Makiba. She was so kind and very motherly. The next African-American woman that I met was Miss Carolyn Whitaker at a movie theater, also in Enugu. She talked to us about the Jackson Five and Africans in America. She was intriguing. What I found fascinating was her self-confidence as a dark-skinned African woman. And she talked to us about loving ourselves and not allowing other people's opinion to become our reality. She told us that as African people, we were beautiful. You know, we were living at a time where color was such a big deal. You know, the lighter skinned you were, the better you were, supposedly. And then the darker skin, more difficulty you had. But she convinced us as young girls staring into her eyes and watching her mouth move that we were beautiful and that we were wealthy and that we do matter. These were the first African-American women that had profound impact on my life. And I have met so many wonderful, awesome sisters in diaspora. But when I came to Detroit, Michigan, I lived next to an amazing woman. She was a young attorney, full of verve, smart, elegant, with a young family. Her energy was so infectious, absolutely enticing. She was a woman with determination and drive. A woman I'm so proud to call my friend and my inspiration. I interviewed her on this show when she had started this journey. I knew then, just listening to her and getting the feedback from my listener, that this engine was going to be victorious. Tiffany Nicole Cartwright is the president and founder of Amarra Glam Scrubs. I am so proud to introduce to you the woman of the moment, Miss Tiffany Cartwright. Tiffany, how are you?
I am well, and thank you so much for that very, very beautiful and glowing introduction. It is truly, truly appreciated.
You are an inspiration to so many. You are such an inspiration. And I suppose for me, I'm getting a little possessive because I knew you went back when we lived in the same neighborhood and we were catching our little girls around, our children around. I was
Yes.
impressed with you then, and I am impressed with you now. So I have a few questions that I want to ask you before we go further into this program. Tiffany,
Sure.
you were a former judge in Detroit.
Yes.
So now,
Yes.
how did you move from practicing law to becoming an entrepreneur? How did you get your idea or concept for this business?
Yes, absolutely. That's a very, very great question. And so, and let me start by just stating too, just the admiration and respect that I hold for you. As you said, you know, you're my day one, way back before any of this started. And so I just want to let you know that I met amazing women in this journey called life. However, you are there at the top of the list. And so you just exude greatness and royalty and such a dignity. And I've always just been in awe. You know, oftentimes here in this country, as African Americans, you know, some of us have never been able to travel to Africa. And I am so thankful because of you, I was able to be a part or feel connected to my homeland and experience Africa vicariously through you. And so while I am still believing that I will one day on this side of the dirt get there, I just thank you for bringing that part of my life and my world and my culture and who I am to me and making it real and keeping it real in my life for all these years. So for that, I say thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm honored.
Yes. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And as you said, I started off working as an administrative law judge, but the journey actually started when my daughter, your goddaughter, Taylor, she was born with eczema, which is a skin disorder. And when she was little, I would watch her scratching and clawing her skin, and she was just miserable, and she would scratch it to the point of bleeding. And as a new mom, I was just devastated, like, oh my gosh, what do you do? As a mother caring for her child. And I've always been a firm believer that everything that we need for our bodies is in God's creation. And he gave us everything we need for these temples. And so I took her to her pediatrician and different dermatologists, and they kept wanting to prescribe, harsh chemicals and steroids for her skin, which for me was not an option because she was so young. And I literally got in the kitchen and started mixing natural and ingredients, never dreaming of becoming a business owner or an entrepreneur. I just wanted to cure my baby's skin, literally. And so I started mixing those concoctions and giving them away as Mother's Day gifts and Christmas gifts and holiday presents, particularly when funds were tight. Like, here's a gift from the heart. This is a handmade gift, straight from the heart. It's a labor of love. And so I would do that. And it wasn't until years later while working as an administrative law judge, I was presiding over unemployment hearings, and due to budget cuts, as my position, I was about 200 workers that were laid off, and 12 of us or so were judges. And suddenly, without notice, we lost our jobs. And after that, I went on to lose my home, my car. I had to file for bankruptcy. It was absolutely horrible. And so I always tell people, I keep it real. I wasn't one of those kids that grew up saying, when I grow up, I'm going to be a business owner. No, I had no idea. And I absolutely loved being a judge. But as things turned out, that wasn't at that time apparently part of my future. And so it was at that time I was listening to my brother, Art Cartwright, who's the founder of Global Empowerment Ministries here in Detroit. He promotes entrepreneurship, particularly in underserved, underprivileged communities, for the purpose of bringing change, so we can create jobs and turn our situation around. And so he's on the radio and he says, that book that's inside of you, he said, that invention that you've been working on for the past 20 years, he said, those recipes that were handed down to you from your mother, your grandmother, he said, the concoctions you've been mixing in your kitchen, he said, that's a business that you're sitting on, and the world needs what you have, and God did not give that to you just to sit on it. And I'll tell you, that's when all the bells and whistles went off, and it's bing, 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 bing. I mean, that's my aha moment. I get that sudden epiphany, and I'm like, you know what? He's talking to me. What am I waiting for? What am I doing? You know what I mean? I mean, I've lost everything. What do I have to lose? And although it was so easy, being probably one of the only people on the face of the earth that went from presiding over unemployment hearings, having to rely upon an unemployment check, I thought, you know what? Something's got to give. We've got to change. So what do I have to lose? He offers a free class to teach you how to get incorporated. I sat through the class. I incorporated my business. I got my business certified with the various certification organizations, and the journey began from there. I started pitching it big box retail stores, pitching it to Shark Tank, pitching it to literally anyone who would listen. And here we are.
And here we are. Now, at this point, Tiffany, I guess what I'm excited about, sometimes when we are active on Facebook, we don't really know who's following. You put your heart out there. You say, hey, look, this is what I'm doing. And one thing I can say about you is that you're not just even promoting yourself. You started promoting others. And I've seen people moving up because of your effort. And now, of course, you have become, due to your hard work and determination, your products are now all over. I think it's 280 retail stores nationwide, including Target, Walmart, and Maya. I'm sure many, many more to come. Was this your mission at the outset, to be in these companies? Was this your mission initially? Was going that far part of it?
Again, I go back to global empowerment because not only does he promote starting a business, but he talks about growing a big business. And the reason for that is because, money is a defense. And so the larger your vision, the larger your business, the more people help. And one of the other things that he strongly emphasizes is that when God opens the door for you, that you have an obligation. It is your responsibility to put your foot in that door. Yes. Don't just walk through it and let it close behind you. Put your foot in that door and hold it open for as many as you can that will come behind you. Absolutely. And so with that in mind, I knew, no, you don't just go in and think you're just going to do, pop-ups or just selling or giving away to friends and family. That's all beautiful. But how many people can you bless when you do that? Mm-hmm. By growing a business, by landing on these retail store shelves, it puts me in a position to be a job creator. Mm-hmm. Right now in this country, and we hear this all the time at Global Empowerment, how African Americans lead the nation when it comes to poverty, unemployment, incarceration, and recidivism. And I am a firm believer that the only way that it's going to change is when and if we change it. In fact, I'm not going to say if, I'm going to say when, because it's going to happen. So the goal was, yes, land on these big box shelves, because in doing that, you're able to help more people. You're able to reach more people. If I'm just selling my product by myself and on my website, those who know me, that I can connect, they may go and they may or support, or they may not. But being on the retail store shelves affords you a much wider audience and exposure to people that you otherwise would not have any access to. And so for that reason, it's been a tremendous blessing. We are right now in 267 Walmart stores, 283 Target stores, 300 Stop and Shop stores, which is the East Coast chain. And here locally, for those in Michigan, we're in the Meyer Woodward Corner Market in Royal Oak and the Rivertown Market that's on Jefferson in downtown Detroit. So it has been, like I said, God is good. It's been such a huge, tremendous blessing. But the greatest part of that has been able to watch their Black businesses come up and to be able to promote them and help the word get out so that they can in turn reach back and help others, so that we can excel and continue to strive when it comes to being business owners, and we can create those jobs, and we can help the returning citizens, we can help the women who've been victims of domestic violence, we can stop our girls from being trafficked. That's to me, this is key. It's crucial. It's critical. It's not something that I have to, it's something I get to do. So I count it an honor. I really do. I count it a privilege, and I look at it as a calling.
Yes. That is the Kwanzaa principle of Ujima, cooperative economics. When you make it, you must bring others along with you. We keep calling ourselves a minority. We're women, sisters. Listen, we're not a minority. The only reason why there's just a few of us in the boardrooms is because some of us make it and we don't pull the others up. It is our responsibility to pull each other up. So I'm so proud that you're doing that. And quite frankly, it's exciting that you have seen, not waiting for others to tell you how to promote your business. You've actually gone out there. And that's one thing we all need to know. If you want to be successful, you must go out and fight for it. You cannot be frightened. You cannot, you lose all terror of opposition. You go and you fight for what you believe in. And when you do that, and I indicated, I watch you on Facebook every time in the morning, believe it or not, I check and see what's she up to now. Either she's saying, good morning, everybody, make it a successful Friday or whatever, or she's sharing all these awesome things that she's doing. That's inspirational. We must inspire. Are there any other ways? And I know that you have the global, and let me just share this, the Global Empowerment Ministry at Cartwright, 17910 Van Dyke in Detroit, Michigan. Is that a part of your promotion as well? Yes. Is that where you host it? Tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So this is an organization that my brother Art Cartwright founded for the purpose of teaching and promoting entrepreneurship. Right now, African Americans only occupy 6% of the retail space, we're known and have a reputation for being the largest category or group of consumers. And so through global empowerment, we're getting on the other side of the cash register, and we are learning how to become suppliers. And we're learning how to become suppliers for the purpose of change. When you are part of an or people, the nation, when it comes to poverty, unemployment, incarceration, or recidivism, that means we have a duty and obligation to change that. And so because of global empowerment, there's been over 10,000 people who have come through and are now business owners to a free class and learning how to get started. We learn how to set up your tax ID number, how to get certified. These are things that a few in the community have known about for years, but we as a whole have not been able to partake of it or to even learn about it. And so he often says through global empowerment, it's time to let the cat out of the bag, and it's time to reach the masses. And so what's so beautiful about it, though, is that you learn not just how to do it, but why we have to do it, why it's imperative that we go in, that we bring that change. You know, when you really understand, sometimes he just says, how many of you have family members who are in need of jobs right now? And everybody's hand goes up. And so it becomes so understanding that with your learning and what you're going to ultimately do, you can change that and create jobs, not just for your family, but for those who in the community, people that you know who need a job. When you talk about the recidivism rate, I'll tell you, if there's not a plan, and he talks about this, right now, we're the largest population of incarcerated individuals. And when you are released, first of all, if there's no, I guess, exit strategy, if you will, anti-lapse prevention program that's in place, the likelihood of your getting off and just starting anew is very slim to nil, because eventually, without a job, without resources, without means, you're going to be forced to resort to whatever it was that got you behind bars in the first place. And because the system is aware of this, there is a concerted effort to keep African Americans imprisoned.
Yes.
For that reason. Now, you start business, you have jobs available, you can send a letter to that judge, and he talks about this. You send a letter to that review board, and you let them know, I personally know this person. I'm going to give them a job. They will have work. I'm going to provide transportation for them and make sure they come and work for my company, and they will release that person from jail. Based upon knowing that there's a plan, you know, so this is what the focus is, not just building a big business so you can flex and say, I made it, I'm rich, you know, bow down to me. No, it's for the purpose of blessing and changing lives. He says, what are you going to do with the wealth that you acquire through business? Who are you going to help? Who will you bless? What tears will you stop with the money that you make from your business? And see, when you have that as a why, that's a whole nother level there. You know what I mean? That gives you the determination to grind every day, because you know that it's bigger than you, and you know that the purpose behind it is that God has put on the inside of you. So no, it's not just about saying, oh, I'm in Walmart, oh, I'm in Target, go buy my products. No. Support the brand, because in supporting the brand, when you support my brand, you're supporting yourself and the people that you love. There's other business owners, and this is what I say. When I ask people to support and please buy the product, it's not so I can blow up. It's so that when the product does well, when I go to the decision makers and I say, listen, I'm part of an organization, or I know other Black women who have wonderful skincare products, who have wonderful baked goods, who have awesome and amazing products. Can I present them to you? If product is doing well and I'm a performer at those locations, then of course it's going to be a yes. But if my product does not succeed and it fails at the big box retail stores, then the next sister that comes along, or brother that comes along with a sauce, with a product, with a clothing line, with apparel, they look back and they say, well, you know, we've really tried that, but we just haven't been successful in terms of getting Black businesses to do well on the shelf. And then that door closes. So it really is a matter of united we stand, divided we fall.
That's right. So it's important that when we have our own doing something, that we just don't say congratulations. I always ask myself, when I say I want to support Tiffany, I buy your product. I love it. It's everything. It's just refreshing. I went to Nigeria and I gave one to my sister. She lost her mind. She loved it so much. I had to tell her, go to Walmart or Target and buy one. She was fighting over what I had. I said, okay, I'm going back to the US. She lives in Spain. I said, I'll get mine, but here's how you can get it. It is important that we go beyond just buying the product. It's important that we find a way that we can move that product so that it's as helpful to as many people as possible. Because if you're successful, there are lots of young men and young women out there that can be empowered because of your product. And it is important that we start to support each other. Let me ask you this question. Who would you attribute your success to? What is that influence that's behind you and blowing in your ear and saying it's going to be just fine? You've got this. Who might that be? I think I know who it is, but go ahead.
Well, it's God first, because I know that it's only by his grace. When I lost my job, I thank God. I have an amazing, awesome family that I thank God for every day, that has supported me every step of the way. But I'll tell you what, when I lost everything because of that pride, I suffered in silence. And it was only God who knew how really, really bad things were, and what a low point I was at. And so I just thank God, because but for his grace, I don't know where I would be right now. I thank him for giving me this brand a long time ago when I didn't even know the purpose. And I'm going to tell you, as I look back now, and it's hard to talk about it without tearing up, but I even thank him for the journey, every step of it. I thank him that I had to lose everything, because it was only through losing everything that I was able to gain everything. Yes. And so I can't say it enough. I just thank God. I do. I just give him all the glory, honor, and praise, because he has been so very good. He has opened doors that no man can shut. I thank him for even making me the sister of my amazing brother, who has started an organization reaching and helping so many people across the entire nation. And I thank God for my family, for my mother and my father. I'm just thankful. I'll tell you what, but it all starts with God, because he set this in divine order. He put this in place before we were ever even thought of. And so I just give God all the glory, honor, and praise. I do, because I know that it is only through him and because of his grace that I am able to stand and speak as I'm speaking right now, this very moment.
That's right. That's right. You can't, and that's putting the creator divine mind in front of everything you're doing, putting God in front of everything you're doing. It's just a reminder. And in my spirituality, we say, I walk with God. Right where I am, God is. So that power is there. So you got that power moving you. How can you fail? How can you possibly fail when you have that kind of power behind you? So that when somebody has something to say, one of these, I got this, because the creator's got my back. Tiffany,
that's right.
I have a surprise for you. I'm the president of the African Women Mobilization Commission. And the philosophy of my organization is that when you mobilize to empower women, it's not just to mobilize people to come to you, but to find somebody who has already started the journey and help them get to the mountaintop. However you can, you're already there. You have already started this journey. But I am a firm believer that Africa needs you. Your products are wonderful. I'm a witness. I use it, and I see all the people using it and excited about the use. But I think Africa needs it. And so based on that, you and I had a conversation. You indicated to me you'll be interested in going into Africa. Well, today, Tiffany, I want to let you know that Africa is ready for Amarra products. The African Women Mobilization Commission is going to adopt you for Africa, not just
Yay!
where I'm from, but for African continent.
Praise
And then
God.
we are all celebrating all
Oh,
kinds
that's
of
so
fun.
awesome.
Mary Kay, you baby, we doing all of that. But we say, you know what? I called up on my sisters at home in Nigeria. I said, well, guess what? We got the next Mary Kay of Africa, and her name is Tiffany Cartwright. And we are going to give you all the support that you need. We're taking it there because what I see is an opportunity for a connection with Africa and helping African people also connect to African Americans. You know what? My organization, the African Women Economic Consortium, we do a lot of training, entrepreneurship. And so we said, okay, we are going to adopt this sister. And guess who I have here with me? I have brought the big wigs from Nigeria to talk with you today. So let me
Oh my
bring the
gosh.
first person I'm
Oh,
going to
I
bring
just, oh my
in
goodness. Oh my
is
goodness.
the
Oh,
national director for African Women Mobilization Commission, Miss Obechi. Her name is Chioma Obechi. Chioma, I'm going to add you. Let's see. Let me
oh
remove
my
this and
goodness.
add
Thank
Chioma.
you so much.
There is Chioma. Hello,
Oh
my
my
darling.
goodness.
How are you? You are looking at a Nigerian powerhouse. Do you understand? I bring people to the table that will make this go where it's supposed to go. She is, I'm going to let her introduce, and Chioma, don't hold anything back. Tell her who you are and why we are excited about her, and we are going to take this throughout Nigeria, throughout Africa. We've got your back. Chioma, go ahead and talk.
Hello, it's afternoon here in Port Harcourt, Nigeria, and
Yeah.
it's an absolute pleasure to be on the show and to meet an incredible woman, an inspirational woman, Tiffany. My name is Chioma and Wechi. I live in Port Harcourt in the south of Nigeria in Africa, and I'm the Nigerian director for OMSI. Now, professionally, I have been in the oil and gas industry for the past 25 years, working in the supply chain. And my interest has always been how do we move African women forward? I spent 4 years of that
Mm.
time career in Gabon, and in the 4 years in Gabon, I was instrumental in raising some of the best professionals in supply chain in Gabon till today. It's something I'm really very proud of. And also, I sit on the board of directors of Women in Energy in Nigeria, and also have been a founding member in a number of the women's network. I joined OMSI because the vision of OMSI is what I believe. You know, OMSI has that belief that African women can lead, can build, can inspire, and can, mobilize African women and bring Africa as the next big thing.
Mm.
So when she called me and spoke to me about this show and about you, I think I practically lost my mind. Now, so in sub-Saharan Africa, I mean, if we look at the numbers, when you look at sub-Saharan Africa, people call it the next frontier in the beauty industry.
Yes.
When you look at in 2020 alone, the beauty industry was worth about $20 billion. Nigeria alone, Nigeria is like the next big thing, the rising star of the African beauty industry.
Mhm.
2020 alone, and I use 2020, because that was at the time when COVID came, so a lot of things slowed down. We were looking at about $7 billion investment in the beauty industry. So you see that Nigeria is at the heart of it. And right now, lots of women and men also are very much conscious. You notice that there is a growing interest in beauty products that enhances our African beauty, that
Yes.
makes us the best of who we are. We don't want to be another person, but we
Yes.
want to be the best of who we are. So
That's right.
all over the place, there is a proliferation of products, some good, some bad. Now, I read the review of your products and I was so excited. Indeed, I mean, it is a privilege, to meet with you virtually and then to tell you that OMSI in Nigeria and in Africa, we will be willing to fly the flag for your products. And we are looking forward to collaborating with you and taking the very next step forward. Thank you so very much. And Dr. Siri, it's always a pleasure to be doing things with you. Thank you.
You have my heart. You have my heart. Thank you. Thank you. And then I want to
thank you so much.
The gentleman is going to join us in a minute. He's the one that's going to be promoting this program with the men of Nigeria. And he's going to come back in. He had a little difficulty, I think, with his network. But I'm going to bring in another person that I think that you know, Dr. Simone Monet. I don't know if you remember Dr. Monet. She is the program director of OMSI. And of course, anything we do that has to do with any program, she has to be aware of it. And so here she is. Dr. Monet, what are your thoughts? Are you excited as I am today? Well, yeah, you have to mute yourself. You're muted. Let's see. She's muted. Okay. You've got to mute yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm so excited I mean, your story was inspirational. Congratulations. I just want to say congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. I'm so excited for you. And I'm so excited that you are going to be the bridge that is going to connect Africa and the diaspora. You're starting that bridge that we can connect and start in helping people to create enterprises, not only as African Americans, but around the world. You're creating so many opportunities and so many. You're changing the lives. Goodness. This is the start of life changing possibilities. And so I am so excited that UMSI is a part of this. I am so excited that your product, your wonderful product, is going to be spread around the world. And so, and starting in Nigeria. Starting in Nigeria. I mean, I don't know if you heard, but what I heard is that Nigeria is the next jewel of the world. And so we have to set this stage with your product, African product, Africa. Why not bring it to the motherland from the motherland? That's right. So let's build our people and start with the mothers. We're starting with the mothers because just like Mary Kay, we're not going to even compare it to Mary Kay because it's Tiffany. The new it's Tiffany. We can't even compare Mary Kay to Tiffany because this is going to be on a whole nother level. And I am so excited. I'm so excited. I'm on fire for UMSI and I'm on fire for this. This is something I'm so compassionate about because our people need to be able to have a foot in economics in the world. We need to be known for something. And thank you so much, Judge Tiffany, for for creating this,
so
for
much.
being guided by God and taking that call in order to allow our people to grow,
That's
in
right.
order to bring us up.
That's
Thank
right.
you. Whatever you were pregnant with and was in your belly, and that you didn't even know where you would take this. Thank you for standing out, because
right.
I know.
Yes, yes,
It's
yes,
not
yes,
have
yes.
to get the
Well,
foresight, but I know I have a great feeling about this. This is going to be, not only it's going to start in Nigeria, but it's going to spread worldwide.
Wait a minute. I've already started in Ghana, honey. I started talking to Ghana. I said, this is our sister. Okay? This is our sister. If we can't build her up, then we need to shut up. You understand what I'm saying? We need to shut up. There's an African proverb that says, in my Igbo proverb that says, I think is eji ezeni lady no atake. That means you don't chew with all the teeth in your mouth. But somebody can start the chewing and you start digesting. Yes. So you started the chewing, we're about to digest.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
We are going to make sure. See, here's the thing. As the African Women Mobilization Commission, our focus is to ensure that women understand that our condition in the world sometimes is as a result of our own decisions. When we decide to do something different, now, if you want anything to move forward, just put it in the hands of a woman. It's gone. So we say, if we are going to make this be something, it's going to have to take women. So Tiffany, what we're telling you is we are about to mobilize. We're about to mobilize so that we can offer training in entrepreneurship and then tell people the product that an entrepreneur has come up with, what it took for you to make it, what it's going to take for them to make it. And in the meantime, it provides them employment opportunities. They can make money for themselves and rise above. If you're going to rise, you might as well let the wind come from an African person. We can do that. You are that wind. We're picking you up, sister. We are picking you up.
Yes, yes.
There's an African. I'm not a good singer, but I'm going to sing this song. Bihedin job ya kuteregi cheta chukwu nonso ogenyere gaka mgbe niile tụkwasị obi. Believe that Chineke can make anything happen. Just put your heart in there. God will make anything happen. But you can't sit back and wait for it to happen, right? You have to make it happen. You have to put the work out there. You put the work out there. And then you see, God works through other people to help you. So here are the angels. That's who we are. I don't care what y'all call us. That's
Amen.
Okay, we are here. We're here to do the work that needs to be done. We want to take you there. You know that mountaintop? I keep saying to everybody, we'll see you there. And I always say, if you say you're going to see someone at the mountaintop, what does that mean? Are you going to be at the mountaintop rooting for them to come out there? Are you going to reach up and take them and bring them up there? We want you at the mountaintop. We don't want to talk about it. We want to be about it. And so we are planning with
that's right,
our dear friend, our national director. Besides what we're going to start doing now, 2023 is going to be UMSI and Amarra month of June. We're going to have the baddest, excuse the expression, conference, international conference. And we're going to feature this product in Nigeria. It's going to be held in Nigeria. Abuja is the capital of Nigeria. And that's where it's going to be held. And of course, you have to be there. Bring everybody that needs to come. Is that not right, Dr. Pechi? You were going to organize all of that, right? Yes. That's the organizer there. We are all going to be there. All of UMSI will be there. We're preparing for that big conference coming up next year. I want to bring in Oka. He's still having difficulty connecting his device. Okay. But I just want you to know, my sister.
Oh my goodness.
You have more sisters than you know. I don't know how many birth sisters you've got, but we've just adopted you. And that's many, 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 many women. And everything we do from now on, we ask you to be supportive of it. We use your products to help people.
Oh.
We want to nurture women. We want to show women that they are worth it. They are worthy by putting your products in the bags.
Oh.
We want to make sure, okay, he's joining us now. Let's see. I'm hoping that he's joining us now. I'm trying to add him to the stream. Musa, are you there? Please tell me you're there, because I want you to hear his perspective.
Oh Lord.
Let's see. Okay, well, he's still going in. But you see, when we pray for something to happen, you never know how it would happen. But I think your prayer has been answered. And when I met you, I didn't know. Well, there we go. Hello, Musa. Hello, Musa. Can you hear us?
Oh, I am just speechless.
There is Musa. Musa is our liaison for Nigeria for our male programs. And he's not, I don't know if he's here. Notice that he's got Nigeria in the backdrop, and he's dressed in black, white, and green. Dr. Coates is also dressed in green for that purpose, because that's who we are. Can you hear me? Musa, can you hear me? Okay, I don't know. He's not hearing me. Can you hear me? I don't know how else to let him know. Okay, let me. In the meantime, I'm going to have.
I know. I'm trying to motion with the ear.
Musa, can you hear us? Okay, I'm going to get in touch with him. Tiffany, tell us what your thoughts are about what you just heard today.
Oh my God, I am really speechless. Right now, I'm just in awe. I'm just in awe. I can't even stop the tears. I was not prepared for this. I didn't have my box of tissue here. So I literally found a mask, and I'm using a mask for Kleenex right now. I am just, beyond words. You cannot even imagine. It's always been a dream in my heart. And my brother talks about this. He tells us at Global Empowerment, and he says, we as African Americans have to grow our business, because he said, I want to see African Americans support Africa in the same way that the Jewish people support Israel. Whenever it comes to anything that involves, if you get bipartisan support, everybody stands behind it no matter what. And when we get to the point where we have that power, where we grow our businesses and we have that economic influence, power, then we can demand change and we can turn things around. And so he spoke that into existence, and to be a part of that, to be a vessel that will be used to manifest that, where we support them. I just said earlier in the show, I said, my heart has been to support Africa. And I said, and I don't know that I'll ever get there in this lifetime. And I just thanked you. I said, I thank you because of you, you made me feel connected to my homeland. Although I had never visited, through you, I've always felt so connected. And that's probably why God used to open that door, that bridge, so that now what I've been dreaming for my whole life will come to pass. And I just can't even begin to tell you what this means to me, and what it means to the legacy, and what I want to be remembered for as I think over my life. This has been just one of the greatest achievements, and I mean that. I'm sorry.
I understand.
I can't help but be choked up.
We just feel very strongly. I'm going to attempt again to bring my brother in. Hello there, Musa. How will you hear us now? Hello, Musa. We can't hear you. There you go.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello, Queen Mother.
Hello. Yes, I can hear you. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm doing extraordinary great.
Great, great, great. Yo, this is Tiffany.
I'm doing extraordinary
Cartwright.
great, Queen Mother.
Okay, wonderful. Did you hear what we talked about today about Tiffany Cartwright and Amarra products that I talked to you about?
Oh,
well,
yeah.
there she is.
Oh,
She's
yes,
the founder. Okay, okay. So now let me ask you. You are in charge of all we do with men in Nigeria. Given that there are so many young people looking for work in Nigeria right now, and certainly throughout Africa, how do you think that this product will help many of them to start their entrepreneurial journey? Did you hear what I asked you? I think he's having difficulty with his mic.
Oh, that's a very great question.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and speak.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead and speak.
Okay, thank you, Queen Mother, for this great opportunity. Thank you, Queen. Oh, yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Queen Mother, for this great opportunity.
You're welcome. What do you think about the product coming into Nigeria? How do you think that's going to help our young people start their entrepreneurial journey? Because we're looking at all these other products, but this is the one that we, UMSI, is supporting to use to promote our entrepreneurship workshops and programming. What are your thoughts? That's what I want to hear from you. What do you think? Okay. He's having difficulty, so I'm going to remove him. Yes, Tiffany. Somebody, I want to read some of the things that people are saying about this whole thing. I have somebody who says this is history. This is Chelia Merritt, I think. This is history. Thank you, God, for
Sharia.
your grace. Is that Sharia? Okay. Thank you, God, for your grace, mercy, and favor. Thank you, ladies, for blessing Tiffany Cartwright with this opportunity to spread love around the world. This is life-changing. Yes, it's life-changing for her, but it's life-changing for so many people. People that she does not even know, because we are always looking for something that belongs to us. There are lots of products from China and all those places. I'm not here to knock anybody, but I'm just saying I want us to see our own. I want us to embrace our own. Think about what Chioma said. 7 billion. I'm not talking about million. $7 billion, not naira, dollars in business annually. Now, if we put you in there, what can I say? And the thing I love about my people in Nigeria is that, first of all, no matter what anybody says, we are the pride of Africa. We're proud of our roots. We're proud of being African. We're hardworking people. And I'm telling you, when we get behind you, it's over. That journey, Choma, is that not true? If we get behind you, it's over, because Nigerian people and Africans, I'm not just talking about Nigeria, we will support our own. If it's done properly, if it's presented properly. And that's why UMSI is happy to be the one, the engine, the vehicle to take you into Africa. Because it will be done right. It's not an individual thing. It's a collective effort. It's women coming together and saying, this is our sister. We're raising her up. We want her to be up there just like everybody else. I want to see a brown face just like yesterday. Ketanji, that powerful sister, is going to be in the Supreme Court.
Yes.
We want to see you in the cosmetic industry. Your name, your picture up there. And we want African women women in African Mobilization Commission to understand this is our job. We mobilize to uplift. That's what we're here for. It's not, we're not just here to talk about it. We want to be about it. We want to help our children in Nigeria.
Yes.
Right now, we have a program, a project that we also, and we want you to be a part of. We want Amarra products. There's something called the IDPs, individually displaced people. These people are living in squalor. They were displaced because of terrorism. They have no home, live in the sun, outside, no food, no water to drink. So we have embraced it. We didn't want to talk about it. So we are trying to get them food to eat. So we see Amarra Products as an organization that can become a philanthropic organization as well. And the blessings that you will be getting, because we are going to be sure that you're showered with blessings, that you will shower your blessings on these people as well. There's an African proverb that says, "Akandi kwa kepe, akepa kwa kandi." One hand washes the other. We wash your hands. We want you to wash our hands. There are many hands in Africa that need to be washed. And so we have selected you. Of all the people we could have selected, we selected you to take a totally different journey on the continent. So we want you to trust us, work through us, work with us. And that's one of the things that you have. There are going to be people coming to you. All you know are those who brought you here. And that's those who will make sure that everything is done properly. My girlfriend over there, Chioma Okwechi, you don't play with her. She is this stuff, so to speak. If her hand's in it, it's done. Dr. Monet, if her hand's in it, class out. If I'm in it, it's a done deal. Musa in it. Musa now, unfortunately, is having all these challenges, but he's well placed in the continent, in Nigeria. And for him to say he's going to be a part of this, that's an achievement. So Musa, I'm going to let you speak at this point.
Yes.
Can you hear us now, please? I want your statement. Musa, if I can hear from you, I'm going to, well, you can just stay there and look handsome. You are handsome. You can just stay there and we can just look at you. Okay, how about that? Okay, and whenever you can join us, so be it. So what we want to do today is, Tiffany, Chioma, Musa, Simone, and of course there are many members of our organization that will be behind all of this. We are going to start the work of philanthropy with you. We're going to start the work of empowerment with you. In addition to all that we're doing, you know, you used to be a commissioner of OMSI, but I saw the direction this was going. It was getting a lot. I knew, okay, that's all right. But we still got your back. You're still one of us because you're a sister. You're still one of us. We're not going to let you go. We're going to make sure that whatever it is that paused your participation, we're going to set it up, make it hit the stars. That's where you belong.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I just cannot. Tiffany, I can't echo it enough.
Tiffany, before you draw your conclusion, I want to say this. And this is a message that OMSI has for everyone. The African people are your brothers and sisters. We're not different. And for my sisters and brothers on the continent, this is family. Diasporan Africans, that's our family. And we must make sure that the family is okay. There's an African, you know, I keep throwing African proverbs because I'm African. So there's so many of it to grab onto. There is another statement that says, he's back again. He's really having a difficult time. That's okay. We just like looking at you. That's there's another proverb that reminds you. Akum Didi Ubani. Akum Didi Ubani, which means that my wealth lies in my community.
Yes.
If my community is poor, if my community is not doing well, I'm not doing well. Who's going to buy your product if everybody's poor?
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
That's right.
The more people that you bring up, the more people that will be interested in your product. Not only do you touch them emotionally and financially, but just because of that, they will love you forever. They will love your products. Your products are good enough to be loved for sure. That's aside the point. But the fact that you brought it to them, you thought enough about them and you brought it to them, that's where the love fest really starts. And we are ready right now to love you, to love you, to love you. Simone, would you concur?
I would say I see a vision. I see in the near future. I don't think it will take very long.
No.
Many African women have received this opportunity because of you adhering to your calling of creating this product.
That's right.
That at one time felt like you. They didn't know where they were going to go, what they were going to do.
Uh-huh.
And they want to leave a legacy for their family. They look at their children and they say, I would like to create wealth and a better life for my children.
Yes.
And then they just like you, decide to become a representative of your product, to start their own business with your product. And they grow and grow and grow. Yes. And they establish that wealth that they dreamed of. And all of their dreams are realized. And this is not just one person, but there's many people. There's many women that are able to mobilize and create great wealth for them and their families. And their children look at them with so much pride. And that is what Tiffany is giving Nigeria right now, as far as providing this opportunity and partnering with OMSI, with the vision, OMSI vision to mobilize women. But you are helping in that effort. And I am so excited because finally this is going to domino and the world is going to see something great come out of our people because of this partnership. And so, again, congratulations. I am so happy.
Thank you.
That this opportunity has come. I'm so happy that this union has taken place. Yes. And I would like to thank also Your Excellency, of course, Auntie, Dr. Uwa. Thank you. You know I love you.
I love you too. Thank you.
So I would like to thank you for putting all of this together and seeing the vision. Yes. Seeing the vision of mobilizing African women and using Tiffany to do that, of having a vision, not of Mary Kay, but Tiffany.
That's right.
Of Tiffany. Not Mary Kay, Tiffany. You know, so again, congratulations. And I'm so excited to see everything manifest in the lives of the women in Nigeria just explode. That they're able to leave an inheritance. They're able to create wealth in their lives.
Absolutely. And when I say, I know you're teasing, when I say the Mary Kay of Africa, in other words, I'm telling to my sisters, you know, we got our own now. Y'all understand? Okay. We've got our own now, so we can now start celebrating our own. And I do want to, Chioma, you've got a couple of minutes. Go ahead and please add your comment, your final comments.
Thank you very much again. And I really feel very blessed this afternoon because, like Simone mentioned, you know, it's about the inspiration, you know.
Yes, yes.
Many women will grow in confidence, you know, because post-COVID, lots of women went to their lowest ebb. Lots of small businesses just died away. There are women who have lost confidence in their ability to really do anything meaningful. So coming with your story, you know, it just tells us that God can take, I mean, there are great stories where God takes, you know, like it says, a beggar from a dunghill and sets him among princes.
Yes.
And that's the kind of hope this product, and that's the kind of hope your presence and bringing this product into Nigeria and into Africa is going to set for a lot of women. So I'm sure that when you were moving forward with this product, you never understood or you never knew, you know, where it was going to get to. But your product is going to be an inspiration for many people, many women and men. And then your story is going to motivate people to believe that their story is not yet over. So I'm
Yes.
really looking forward to collaborating with you on behalf of OMSI and with a prayer that the doors of Nigeria and the doors of Africa will really, really, really open beyond your wildest dreams and imagination. Thank you very much. And back to you, Dr.
And
Simiri.
so it is. I just want to, Tiffany, please give us your final thoughts. There's some information I want to share here. Go ahead. Go on, Tiffany.
No, just again, thank you, thank you, thank you. I just cannot say it enough. I am just overwhelmed with just the outpouring of love and support. And only God knows how committed I am to this. This has been my dream. This has been my heart. And so, as I said, this is one of the happiest days of my entire life, honestly, because it's so much bigger than me. This is something that will be put in place that I am believing long after I'm gone. And to be able to do that, I can't even speak to it enough. I can't speak to it enough. I am honored beyond words. And again, to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't even articulate it enough to express the depth of my gratitude and how excited I am about moving forward and knowing the lives, the many, many lives that will be blessed and forever changed. The generations that will be blessed because of what we're doing right now, of what we're putting in place. It's so much bigger than me. And I thank God for calling me for such a time as this to do it, and know that I will never compromise the integrity of my brand. I will never let my people down. I will never let the motherland down. There will never be any regrets. This is going to be excellence or nothing at all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Please
And
know
I
that.
just want
And
to
thank you.
we love you, Tiffany. We love you. We love you. We love you.
Oh,
And you're going to see what love is all about very soon. I want to let everybody know if you want to find out about products, Amarra Glam body products, that's where you can order it. But we are the ones who are going to be having the parties. Isn't that right, ladies? We're going to be having our own parties and becoming promoters of, these products. So, and I want to thank everybody who joined us today, and we hope that you will join us again next week. You can follow me on NDUMODU at Facebook, on Facebook, www.facebook.com the NDUMODU show, or you can go to my website, drosimiri.com. You can follow me on Twitter at Owa Osimiri, and you can certainly. I'm trying to tell the world. I'm good with technology. I'm everything. I'm everywhere. So I'm on TikTok as well at Owa Osimiri. And if you want to contact African Women Mobilization Commission, I thought I had this written here, but let me share the African Women Commission. Commission.net. Please get in touch with us so you can find out if you're in Africa or wherever you are, you can find out how you can join us and be a part of this exciting experience. It is something that is so important because it's about us. It's about us. AfricanWomenCommission.net. Find out how you can join this movement. Anything we do is a movement because it's about moving us from a position of weakness to a position of power. So you want to be a part of it? That's how you get in touch with us. Tiffany, thank you so very much for your time today. Thank you, my darling sisters, Chioma Okwechi.
Thank you.
Thank you for flying the OMSI flag in Nigeria. Thank you, Dr. Simone Monet, for all the work you do. And my brother, Musa, I just want to give a, Musa, we understand that you're, where is he? Okay, I'm still, okay. I tried to add him. Let me try that again. Musa, he's got to be disappointed because he wanted to be on this show and this thing is still not being faithful here. Okay, but that's all right. That's all right. We know he made the effort to be here. So we are going to chat with him afterwards. Tiffany will be in touch with you so that we can have get this program on its way.
Yes.
And of course, as I indicated to you, we're planning that international big time conference. My sister, Uchi, is going to be the big conference, isn't it? Right? That's right. So thank you. Thank you for everyone that joined us today. Some of you joined on, some of you joined on African Women Mobilization Commission. Thank you, Dr. Osimiri and Uwa Osimiri, the power speaker. Thank you very much, all of you. And on that note, we'll call it a day. Love you, Tiff. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Love you. All right. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Thank you.
So welcome.
Oh. Oh my goodness.